Good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. We're so glad you're here with us tonight. And at this time, we invite you to make your way to the center seating area to get comfortably settled for a very meditative and relaxing evening. We'll be beginning Miss Gretta Chamberlain's beautiful performance in just a few moments. As we start, we kindly ask that food and beverages be paused during the performance so that we can give our full attention to the art and the experience. Service of the food and beverage will resume immediately after her performance, so you'll have time to enjoy and celebrate together even more. Thank you for your warmth and presence. Let's come closer to the front and prepare our hearts for this special performance. Thank you very much. Here is my last request for everyone to leave the table section and enter the audience center seating section. You have just a few minutes to make that choice of chair arrangement. Please come to the front as close as you feel. We promise you'll love it. We won't bite. Come closer. I might bite a little though. The house lights will now come down so that the stage lights can come up. Be careful as you head to your seats in the center seating section. Dr. Gretta Chamberlain is a healer, channel, and remote energy transformational specialist whose life work is guiding listeners back to unconditional love and self-creation. She's known for channeling the non-physical guides that she calls the realm of beings, sharing practical teachings on oneness, healing, and creation of reality. An international lecturer and educator, Gretta's talks and sessions blend grounded guidance with mystical insight, inviting audiences to transform from the inside out. Gretta hosts weekly talks where she and her co-hosts transmit messages and tools for living with greater health, joy, and presence. Her background includes a doctorate in naturopathic medicine and decades of facilitation across mind, body, spirit disciplines. She's been featured on the Dare to Dream podcast with Debbie Dodginger and in interviews exploring interdimensional wisdoms, further amplifying her reputation as a modern mystic and teacher. On August 27th, 2025, Gretta released her debut New Age album, In Silence. In Silence is a meditative collaboration with sound vibration, with a sound vibrational therapist, Danielle Heise, whose crystalline singing bowls and wisdom from the realm of beings cradle Gretta's spoken affirmations. The result is a serene, cinematic feel of frequency and word, music designed to soften your nervous system, clear your energetic residue, and help the listener, you, remember who you really are. Heise, Danielle Heise, is known for leading immersive crystal bowl meditations, presenting her Summoning the Sacred sound bath experiences at holistic gatherings. Across live workshops, expo stages, and the Conscious Life Expo, Gretta's message is consistent, thoughtful. Her words, feelings, shapes realities, and healing begins with the love we allow ourselves to receive. So tonight we ask you to receive this new album titled In Silence. It brings that message to music in an intimate way, transmission for a quiet room, morning rituals, and evenings when the heart needs a softer world. Please give a round of applause for Miss Gretta Chamberlain.
In the silence of your mind, see the trueness of the spirit that abides deep inside of your inner being. Use this space to connect to the source of existence and experience yourself inside royalty and divine love. Let the silence consume your forever being. Bask in its emptiness and feel the dawning of your knowingness while in its force of energy. Feel its energetic surge through your arteries and veins as it seeks refuge inside your acceptance of it and pulsates to the rhythm of your heart. This silence is your place of serenity in which you question your very existence. Within its stillness, your mind seeks solitude to question who you are, from whence you came, and where you are going. You yearn to comprehend the simultaneous movements of your foreverness, where time does not exist. You seek to apprehend the proverbial now within your thoughts and denounce your old ways of thinking within your personal eternity. These contemplations grow and expand within this embracing silence and produce within you the desire to absorb more and more and more of this insatiable wisdom as you strive to enhance your symphonic visions of spirituality. Weave in and out of your realities as you contemplate your self-meaning. Allow your mantra to become, awaken my spirit, O silence. Seize me in your embrace and rock me in the boughs of your eternal bliss as I shed my skin of bondage and reach into the oblivion for my movement into infinity, my movement toward you, for I have learned that I am eternal and forever yours. Compassion is peace, calmness, serenity, and ocean waters that still the spirit. It is an energy that washes away differences and lends itself to the universe to develop contentment and sweetness within itself. Each one of you produces this phenomenal energy as you need it, because it is an innate part of your being. Embrace it and cherish it as it is your own. Know and understand that through it you can move deeper into yourself as you search for the meaning of your life and your inner purpose. So, be courageous as you transfer every part of your essence deeper into your infinity. Recognize your divinity and your wholeness, for there is no fragmentation within your existence. There is only the continuous manifestation of oneness and your truth as the one. Embrace compassion, savor it as the sustenance of your being, and devour its every essence while consciously integrating it into all parts of you, known and unknown. Feel its movement through your bodies and saturate yourself with its energy. Be compassion as you demonstrate its meaning to others, and as you relish every moment of its eternal being, as it merges consciously in every minute being of you. Sink deeper into the ocean of its embrace. Align with it as it ebbs and flows through your essence, reminding you that you are only the love of oneness. For in a state of compassion, your spirit can only be aware of unity. There is only the sense of being in tranquil ecstasy, feeling only solidarity with all creatures within the existence of infinity. So gently, gently, gently flow in the silence of your spirit. One of the purposes of your existence is to learn to love yourself and others unconditionally. However, your main course of action is to first love yourself. For this love energy works with your unconscious, to provide your everyday experiences. It is the impetus that can catapult your emotions into action. It is one of the primary sources of every being's existence. It is the source of all sources. It is that which heals your wounds and soothes your spirit. It removes you from blame and futile attempts to control others in order to satisfy your emotional wants and needs. Therefore, yield to its power and move to the rhythm of its essence. For acceptance of its force brings you into realities that radiate high vibrational frequencies and places you in sync with the universe and all of its minions. So, without this revelation, you continue to sustain yourself in the illusion of separation and persist to wonder about your supposed fate while seeking solace outside of yourself from others. Thus, your consolation can become one of envy, distaste for sameness, despair over lack of success, or failure to see the world and its people in greatness. For lack of love of self can only bring despondency in reference to your own life and support you in wondering, why am I here? You can always locate the energy of unconditional self-love deep within yourself. For it has been there all the time, even before your conception, and throughout all of your existences. You recognize it when you are in a state of peace. You recognize it when you are in a state of joy. Thus, your sentient thoughts within you grasp it within your spirit and grip its essence as you respond to the depth of its being, while knowing that it is a definite part of you, as it resonates in harmony with your desires to understand your life in a state of unconditional love of self. And as you emotionally feel saturated and swept into its being, you have now reached nirvana and recognize your infinite divinity and place in existence. Do you know the meaning of oneness? Do you seek its understanding? Or do you conveniently and contemptuously, in the shadows of your doubts, do you recluse yourself and hide in daily acceptance of an easier path known as separation? Do you become despondent when you contemplate the thought of being in a state of oneness with others whose resolves lay dormant inside of you? Do you feel this to be a disdainful attempt at fate, to smother your individuality into that of another? Are you crazed by the thought of being one with another as you strive to remain solid in your belief of self-being, while retorting, I am the original, I am me and no other, I am separate unto myself, and I witness to this insidious estrangement known as oneness, as it attempts to burn cosmically in my mind and in my being. I breathe in separation and dominance over other parts of this infinite creation. I hail and continue to give homage to the spirit of separation and allow it to permeate my very essence. Thus, I shall practice this until I am no more. Note, for the sake of your impenetrable belief, you have stagnated your evolvement in this arduous conceptualization of separation. For you have yet to evolve to the understanding of your eternal essence as you remain steadfast and refuse the spiritual juxtaposition of your present personal dogma. Therefore, you see yourself as separate from all human personalizations of life and support all avenues of this tenuous base of knowledge. Relieve yourself of this continuous movement into this darkness of separation and reach into the light of your salvation by knowing all is one. Believe in yourself as many. Believe in yourself as one. Believe in yourself as the all in the all. Know you are the divine essence of infinity. rise from the depths of your personal existence. Eliminate the strife and injurious life that you have chosen for yourself. Resurrect from the murk and mire. Flow into the realm of graciousness and see yourself rising from the darkness into the light. Be not afraid to move from this darkened reality to one of peace and ease. Resurrect yourself. Resurrect yourself. Be firm and steadfast in your desires to produce creations that support your spirit, for it too wants liberation. It too wishes to be satiated in the joy of its being, which is you. You are not a simulation of gloom lying awake in the shadows, awaiting torturous moments to cling to in desperation. You are not a mysterious entity floundering in the dimness of each moment, but you are a shining light floating in the ethers of thought and emotion to formulate conceptions of constructs that serve you in the resurrection of your being. A prophet that prophesizes continuously about the meaning of life and all of its essences, from the Alpha to the Omega. So celebrate the meaning of your resurrection, for it is your chance to express you in a state of infinity, and your continuous existence in the now, the forever eternal moment. Run into yourself and see that you are one with all. See that there is neither difference nor separation. Resurrect yourself into the eternal state of immeasurable, infinite harmony as you delve into an awakened state of omniscience. Breathe the air of redemption and know that you are resurrecting from the bowels of darkness. Breathe in the light. Breathe in the light. Breathe in the light of new life. is a fire burning in each of you. It is the fire of spirit. It is your source of wisdom, spirituality, and all that you consider to be you. It is the impetus that supports your desire to know who you are and to focus on the wonderments of your realities. It functions within you internally and radiates its presence through your actions of love, acceptance, and understanding. It is the way and the light for you to be an actualization of the force, and for your understanding that you are the divine source itself. Within your self-created experience, you choose to forget that you are the creator of all. Instead, you choose to deny this aspect of yourself. Be courageous and know that you are the element of infinite life, the profound essence of all. Bathe and nourish yourself in the energy of this fire. Express your spiritual being throughout all creation, internal and external. Weave your way into the understanding that you are not one, but many in oneness. So accept the knowledge that you have been birthed by way of thought energy, which projected you into this ethos and then formulated your path. It is your beginning and your endlessness, once delivered among others who share this same fire of being. Breathe. Breathe in the energy of this fire. Revel in its warmth. Know that you are engulfed in the flames of its essence. Let it swell up in your fire, filling your spiritual core with its flames of fire, the essence of itself. Rejoice as you capture every moment of its peace and joy, knowing that you are forever loved and embraced by this spirit who relishes its connection with you, who is the infinite and significant element of infinity. Within this it, you continue your growth without blame or judgment by encompassing a myriad of experiences that delve into themselves to exist while each of its moments become absorbed into infinity, into the oneness as you. You see all, yet you see nothing. You believe in what you see outside of yourself as tangible realities that you solidly embed within your consciousness and slowly devour them as truth and construct them to be binding occupiers of your mind. You accept their validation because you accept the realness of your five senses of taste, touch, hear, smell, and sight to authenticate the presence of this illusory realities and to assist you in formulating your judgments, your opinions, and your beliefs. You use this enigma as a means to support everything that you create. It is the sole process that solidly grounds you within itself to prevent you from seeking the understanding and evolution of the omniscient truth within your being. Let it not fool you, for within your divine state, you recognize its falsehood and state of non-existence. So, instead, embrace the truth of your divinity. Loosen the reins of judgment. Interact with all members of humanity with unconditional acceptance and loving, knowing that each individual is the force of existence, expressing itself as human. Understand that all are continuously in a state of oneness, and only personality is the supporter of your illusory life, which demonstrates its prowess through your emotions and thoughts. It, a proprietor of your being, assists you in believing that you have no control of self within this life experience, and that you are subject to fate and sometimes destiny. Oh, great ones, stop this acceptance and reach into your inner spirit and remember who you are and who you continue to be despite your surroundings. See all things in the light of the divine, which is truth, and the way into empowerment of self. You are the controller of your life at all times. So embrace yourself with this true reality and loosen the shackles of illusion. Thank you for being here and being in this healing experience. We're going to have a Q&A part of this, so please stay. And they're going to take all of this away and bring out 3 chairs. And I'm going to try and walk out with these shoes that have been quite challenging. Okay, so thank you. So wait for us now.
Please give it up for Miss Gretta Chamberlain. Coming to the stage now, please help me welcome 3-time Grammy Award-winning poet, author, actor, NAACP Image Award-winning, Clio-winning, Telly-winning poet, Mr. J. Ivy. Y'all can do better than that. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Good evening. That was absolutely beautiful. I'll let, hey Birdie, how you doing? I'll let them adjust the seats. We'll take this away. Can you all please put your hands together one more time for Dr. Gretta Chamberlain. We're going to have us a discussion in a few. Family, what we just experienced was more than a performance. It was a prayer, a meditation, a gift. Ms. Gretta Chamberlain has shown us that dreams don't expire, that healing has a sound, and that purpose has no age. At 78 years young, she's given the world her very first album. I think we need to put some hands together for that. It's never too late for a dream. I heard somebody tell me earlier that they wanted to play a violin when they were a little girl, and I don't think it's too late to pick up the violin. This was a meditation journey that's already being lifted for Grammy consideration. Tonight, we have the honor, yes, put your hands together for that. 78 first album, and she's submitted for a Grammy. Tonight, we have the honor of not only hearing her music, but hearing her heart. Let's take a moment to sit with her wisdom, her journey, and her vision for the healing that this album carries. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Miss Gretta Chamberlain. Give it up for Miss Gretta. Let me come help you, Miss Gretta. How you doing? So good to see you. I'm not sure. Where would you like to sit? You need to sit in the center. That's your show. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, now I'm not sure who the third seat is for. Oh, Danny's gonna come out. So this is for me right now. I'll come sit down and talk with you. Can I get another microphone, please? Okay, all right.
It's just been an amazing experience. Everyone asked me, they said, "Are you excited?" And I said, "No, I'm just amazed at it."
Well, I think we're all amazed at it too. This was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes. I was sitting there listening, and at times I closed my eyes, at times I took notes, and what I heard was it sounds as if the heavens were speaking, as if angels were speaking, as if there was a voice being put onto my conscious, and you really took us to a place of peace, a place of love, and a place of healing. And I would love to ask you, like, what was your, well, first, where did that gift come from? When did you discover that gift?
You know, I started channeling the realm of beings. If you've ever seen the podcast that we have, it started off as just one quote, and we would talk about it on the podcast. And then I would channel the realm of beings because they come out and speak, you know, through me in very forceful ways sometimes. But it was, this whole thing started in New York. I sat up in bed in a New York hotel, and something said to me, "You've got to do this." And I'm going, because I had been doing it with 2 other musicians, but they only did the quote. You see, they put the quote to music. So, but then in New York it said, "You've got to do it." And I said, "What musician am I going to do it with?" And then they said, "You're going to do it with Danny." So I got on the phone and I called her up and I said, "I've been given this. You want to do it?" She said, "Sure." Now the problem was what were we going to do? You see, because it just left it to me. And I think in the booklet that all of you have, if you got a chance to look at it, it talks about the writings. How did the writings come about? So I sat down at my computer and I just started writing because they started speaking to me. Because all the words that you heard today are their words. I was just the vehicle to put it down on the paper. So that's how it started. And it started to be not a quote anymore, but long pieces. Not equivalent to your 10-page poems now. But it was there anyway.
Yeah, they're beautiful affirmations, and it's evident that it's a gift. It's evident that it's being channeled from a beautiful source, and it's evident that it's needed right now. So even at the young age of 78, could you speak to why you felt like it was important to create the album now?
That's very simple, because I was told, we want you to do this. So when I'm asked to do something, then I do that. And I carry it through. I trust that everything that is needed to do it is there. So it's like staying focused. It's a creation of reality. But I recognize that I'm not the only one creating this reality. You know, the realm of beings is always a part of me. They're never separate from me. But then, in that booklet you have, it says acknowledgments in there. This was not a Gretta project. This was a project of so many people that have come, and all of you in this audience are part of this, because we're not separate from each other. It just appears to be that way.
I love that. Well, along with the cleansing words that you presented on the album and on stage tonight, there were these beautiful sounds that I love, from the crackling of the fire to the ocean waves to the singing of the birds. And you mentioned her earlier, but along with the cleansing words, you had this sound bath that was very soothing and very calming, and it just washed over the room along with your words. And that was presented to us by Ms. Danielle Heise. So at this time, we would love to ask Ms. Danny to come out to the stage. Danielle Heise, to the stage, please. There she is. I don't. How you doing?
Now I'm Michael's. Maybe they think that I'm Italian. Give it up.
Give it up again for Miss Danielle Heise.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see all your faces, even though you're dark. And everybody online.
So can we speak about this collaboration, about how it came about?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Gretta and I, we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary, but I've actually known about her for way longer than that. And so we've been working together for 4 years now. And we started out by traveling together. Well, she called me up and she goes, Danny, I got a message and I need to start speaking. Can you sign me up for some expos? And I said, sure. So we started traveling to all these different expos together. And it was such a wild ride, and we've had so many great stories and met so many wonderful people along the way. and some great venues. And people got to know who Dr. Gretta was. She'd be lecturing and doing her workshops. She'd be teaching people how to, really get intimate with themselves. So there's one show that I didn't go to with her, which was in March 30th of this year. Just the one show. I had a commitment. I couldn't go. And she calls me up the very next day and she goes, Nanny, I woke up in the middle of the night in bed. I was sleeping. And I sat up and I said,
I want you to come and do this, as I explained before. So I'm glad you get to hear it, her version of it. But it was just, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And all of the people that came together in it, everybody. And Greg Majors, who was the one that put the sound effects in, because Eugene said, you saw him with the camera, so he said, we need to have sound effects. So I'm going, okay, well, you want sound effects? All right. So then Greg, I didn't even know that the treatise of compassion had the word ocean in it. Even though I had written it down, I wasn't really aware of that, but Greg was. So that's what you heard, the ocean waves moving in that piece. So there are a lot of people. And Jay Ivy was there. When we were in the recording studio, he came in, You said that famous word, the Grammy word. So that was the support that we've had to do this. It's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah, shout out to Eugene Bush. We call him Eugenius. He's over here. He's been floating around. Big shout out to my wife, Tari Teray, who's been helping to pull the pieces together. Our good brother Arnell Newman, who's in the back. And Arnell is where Gretta and Danny recorded the album. They recorded at Arnell's studio. So we're excited. And I was excited to be there as well and to feel the energy in the studio. Just like tonight, to feel the healing energy in the words and in the music, to hear that calm. I think we're always on the go, we're always moving and hustling and bustling, and at times we forget to slow down and just take a deep breath. And to me, that's what this album represents. It represents a very deep breath, and I'm excited and I'm proud to see that at 78 years young, you have submitted your album to the Grammys. The voting opened today. So for those who are voting members, for your consideration, please consider this album in silence. And I think it's a very important reminder to take that pause, take that breath, and to find that peace. And speaking of that, if you could speak to what you want people to take from it, you both. If you as we reflect on the time in the studio and this experience tonight, and it's absolutely beautiful. Did y'all see the candles? This is just a beautiful presentation of the art and of the work and of the message. If you could speak to what you want people to take from it, you both.
I think what we'd like you to take from it is what I said earlier. We might have put the word concert to this, but it is far more than that, because the words are healing, every word has energy in it. And that was being expressed to you about your inner being. And one thing that the realm of beings is always talking about, and that is, it's important for you to love yourselves. Sure, we always want to love everybody. You know, we think of, I want to fall in love. I want a husband. I want a wife. You know, I want a friend. I want a partner. So we're always thinking we want to love somebody. But we forget the main person, and that's us. I tell people it's important for you to fall in love with yourself. And then you can fall in love with somebody else. I always tell this story about my daughter. She was in the back of the car when she was 8, and she said, "Mommy, who do you love the best?" And I said, "Me." She said, "What? You don't love me the best?" I said, "Absolutely not." I said, because if I don't love me, there's no way I can love you. So she kind of understood that.
She got it. She got it. And before we go, Danny, did you want to add?
Sure, thank you. So as you can see, Gretta resonates love from her pores, right? Every molecule of her body. And that's one of the reasons why we vibrate together, because we both have that within ourselves, that we know that we're here to help you discover yourselves and spread love and light in this world. And we know that we need it now more than ever. And so know that the music that comes from me is also, as we say, channeled. It comes through love and through God, and it's all happening. So what you heard tonight may sound a little different than what you heard on the record, because we had a little bit of some free form, but it's all in love and light, and it's all for your soul, and it's all for you to be connected deeply to your soul selves. And that's what we want to help you do here and now.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we absolutely fell in love. This was a beautiful, beautiful performance and presentation from yourselves to Edith Yokley, our violinist. Give it up for Edith Yokley. Our dancer, Ava Goodwin. Please make some noise for her. And this was an absolute reminder, an important reminder to fall in love with ourselves and be proud of who we are as we walk this journey of life. So is there a final word, or did you have anything else for the people?
Can I also ask you guys to take a couple questions from the audience, if in case someone has questions?
Sure. Okay. Anyone have any questions?
So at this time, we'll bring a microphone.
All right.
Small measures. I will say this is absolutely beautiful. One question: why now? Of all times, why now?
That is so wonderful, and I recognize that voice. That's Lisa Woodson, known as Nelena Kai. She's an author, and she's the one that wrote the foreword for us in the booklet that you have, which is getting ready to turn itself into a book, by the way. But why now? I can say that in the work that I do, I started off about 40 years ago, and I remember placing when I work with people, I protect them. So I usually put one Merkaba over them, or some people call them Merkabas, but it's layers of light. When I first started, all I had to do was put one layer of Merkabas on people. And now I'm putting 200 or 2 million, about maybe 2 million Merkabas on everybody. And that's because the energy here has been more challenging. And it's getting to be more challenging. You all know that, you see. So, but the thing inside of that is still, regardless of what happens, is to remain loving yourself, because that helps you determine your reality. Because you can hear on the news, I have some people that one young lady I facilitate for in California, and she comes from El Salvador, and she said to me, Greta, I'm scared. And I told her, I said, you don't have to be afraid. In fact, don't fear anything, because when you fear something, you call that energy to you. So I told her, I said, just get in deep inside yourself and love yourself, because then you're safe. Because nothing can touch you when you love yourself. You only get touched when you don't love yourself. You know, many of you out there are people that I facilitated for already, so they know what I'm talking about. You know, it's extremely important. So why now? Because there needs to be more love in this world. That's why the realm of beings created all of those writings. Because it talks about oneness. We see ourselves separate, but we're really one, really, when you get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Okay? Lisa, does that answer your question? You're so welcome.
Thank you, Lisa. That was
Hello.
a beautiful question.
We only had time for 2 more questions, just so to keep you guys.
Hey, Mr. Rhonda.
Hey, Ms. Greta. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you for lending your gifts to the world. You mentioned that I do what I'm told to do when I'm told to do it, which means you are obedient. And I want to know, when people are working in the world and there's so much noise and it can be very chaotic up here, what kind of advice would you lend to somebody when it comes to opening their spiritual ears?
Oh, opening your spiritual ears. Is that what you said to me?
Yes, ma'am.
When you open your spiritual ears, there are going to be so many ways that you can do that. There are ways because of your cultural framework. There are ways by way of your religious framework. But what you want to do is, the opening of the ears is not an external experience. The opening of the ears is internal. Someone, in fact, quite a few people, they tell me, they say, I have gifts. You know, they want to tell me that they've got these gifts. You see what I'm saying? So one thing I tell them is, no, you don't have any gifts. I said, gifts are things you get because you've never had it before. You see, everybody in this room, everybody in this world We have abilities. We all have the same abilities. What happens is that you decide which ones you want to activate. Like my brother here activated his gift of writing and creativity. And when he spends 8 hours a day, as Tari told me, writing, he's connecting with his inner being. So you want to find something that you can connect with that brings you joy and brings you closer to the force of which you are. Does that help a little bit?
That's so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Taronda. We have time for one more. One more. I believe we have someone right there.
Hey, Greta. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, what's next?
What's next?
You got your podcast, you got your album in for the Grammys. Like, what's next?
That is a good question. What's next is, I have to tell you this. You know, we had gone, the album was done. Arnell did a magnificent job. And I was sitting at my desk, and Tari was telling me, Greta, you know, we got to do this next. And then this has got to be done next. And I'm going, oh my goodness. And you know, and the realm started trying to download some more stuff. I had to tell him, I said, whoa, wait a minute, y'all. We got to do all the rest of this stuff. Just hold back. So there's going to be a book. You've got some parts of it. That's why it says down at the bottom, sample. You know, some of the parts are in there. So the book is what's next. Because I told Tari, I said, okay, when we finish with today, then I'll give myself Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, I'm going to start downloading again. So there's the book that's coming that I know is going to talk about the teachings that the realm of beings want to impart to everyone that exists in the world. And we've also been talking about translating the works into other languages as well. So, yeah.
That's a beautiful next.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, at this time, we will be concluding the program. If you all want to take pictures, I'm sure you'll be around, take pictures and talk afterwards. But we want to thank everyone for coming out. We want to thank everyone involved in creating this beautiful production. Much love to the Kroc Center for opening their doors. Shout out to the caterers, because it was delicious. And I normally don't say delicious in the streets, but it was, you know.
Yeah.
But thank you all. Thank you, Tari. Did you have a word, or you?
I just want to invite you guys to partake in the last 25 minutes of our time here. We have a hard out at 9 o'clock. So if you all can gently help me make this a reality, but enjoy the beverages and the snacks that are there to your left and your right, and get some questions. Miss Greta, you have a question for me.
I do. Remember, we're going to give out, does everybody know that one of those bags back there belongs to them?
Yes, yes.
They do, they know that. And did we pull for the crystal?
We got to pull.
We got to pull. I got a ticket.
Okay.
Let me go get that.
Okay,
Where
pull
my
your
ticket at?
tickets out. Birdie, can we get
Thank you, Miss Greta.
we need one ticket here.
You have your
We almost got some good stuff.
But right now, you guys can grab snacks and everything. We'll do the raffle. Give it up again for Mr. Danielle Heise, Dr. Gretta Chamberlain, and Grammy-winning Jay Ivy.
Thank you. And before you go, don't miss the raffle. We're going to raffle
Go straight to the front.
this.
Anybody need a ticket? Okay, the hands are up.
We're going
Hands
to
are
raffle this beautiful sacral? Am I saying it right? So you can get your piece on at home.
All right.
Oh, some people
Everybody
did-
got a ticket? We're getting a ticket. We have one in the back row, one in front of you. We got 3 in front of you, Birdie.
can't pull yet. Linda.
And while we do this, feel free to grab some snacks.
Who's excited to win a sound bowl of their own?
We're going to raffle the sound bowl.
Okay, everyone has a ticket. We have the raffle that's going to be twirled here. All right. Y'all give it up for Brooklyn.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Okay.
That's it for the tickets.
All right, everyone has one. Let's do the spin.
I'll just hold this.
Can we bring the lights all the way up? Do you guys feel good?
Oh, one came out.
All right.
We gotta stick it back in. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, here we go. Now, how do I open it? Right here? It should.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Who did the round pick?
0, 0. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros in front, and then the number 13.
13.
0, 0, 0, 0,
Hey.
1, 3.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
And Danny can tell you all about this beautiful sound bowl.
What's her name, Danny?
What's her name? Name.
Maggie?
Is that you? Oh, wow.
Maggie. Everybody give it up for Maggie.
I couldn't tell because of the. That's Betty.
It's Betty.
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 Bordeaux.
Betty. Oh,
Betty
cousin
Bordeaux.
Betty. All right.
All right.
Okay, Miss Gretta, I would like for you to stand to take your bow. Brooklyn, can you move that for her? So before, actually, Danny, will you do us a favor? Come up front for us. There you go, right there. Danielle Heise is a sound bowl therapist. Just up there was fine. Stay on the stage. Y'all give it up again for Miss Danielle Heise. And give it up again now for Mr. Jay Ivy.
Yes.
And if you two don't mind for me, Miss Gretta, will you come forward just a little bit? Just a little bit.
Yeah, don't go to that stair.
No, I'm not going to that.
All right. Y'all, let's give a round of applause, a standing ovation to Dr. Gretta Chamberlain.
Miss Greta.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Please get some refreshments, take pictures. There are some banners back here and some gift bags. Feel free to grab a gift bag if Birdie hasn't already given you one. And don't forget to help me gently keep our reality of 9 p.m. Thank you.
And please share the project with all your friends and family. Please
Yes.
share the album. Let them know that it's
Yes,
available.
post about it. Tell everybody.
Much love.
Much love.
Gretta at Dr. Gretta on all the social media. All right, thank you so much.
Compassion is peace, calmness, serenity, and ocean waters that still the spirit. It is an energy that washes away differences and lends itself to the universe to develop contentment and sweetness within itself. Each one of you produces this phenomenal energy as you need it because it is an innate part of your being. Embrace it and cherish it as it is your own. Know and understand that through it, you can move deeper into yourself as you search for the meaning of your life and your inner purpose. So, be courageous as you transfer every part of your essence deeper into your infinity. Recognize your divinity and your wholeness. For there is no fragmentation within your existence. There is only the continuous manifestation of oneness and your truth as the one. Embrace compassion. Savor it as the sustenance of your being and devour its every essence while consciously integrating it into all parts of you, known and unknown. Feel its movement through your bodies and saturate yourself with its energy. Be compassion as you demonstrate its meaning to others and as you relish every moment of its eternal being. As it merges consciously in every minute being of you. Sink deeper into the ocean of its embrace. Align with it as it ebbs and flows through your essence, reminding you that you are only the love of oneness. For in a state of compassion, your spirit can only be aware of unity. There is only the sense of being in tranquil ecstasy, feeling only solidarity with all creatures within the existence of infinity. So, gently flow in the silence of your spirit. There is a fire burning in each of you. It is the fire of spirit, It is your source of wisdom, spirituality, and all that you consider to be you. It is the impetus that supports your desire to know who you are and to focus on the wonderments of your realities. It functions within you internally and radiates its presence through your actions of love, acceptance, and understanding. It is the way and the light for you to be an actualization of the force, and for your understanding that you are the divine source itself. Within your self-created experience, you choose to forget that you are the creator of all. Instead, you choose to deny this aspect of yourself. Be courageous and know that you are the element of infinite life, the profound essence of all. Bathe and nourish yourself in the energy of this fire. Express your spiritual being throughout all creation, internal and external. Weave your way into the understanding that you are not one, but many in oneness. Accept the knowledge that you have been birthed by way of thought energy, which projected you into this ethos and then formulated your path. It is your beginning and your endlessness once delivered among others who share this same fire of being. Breathe in the energy of this fire. Revel in its warmth. Know that you are engulfed in the flames of its essence. Let it swell up in you, filling your spiritual core with its flames of fire, the essence of itself. Rejoice as you capture every moment of its peace and joy, knowing that you are forever loved and embraced by this spirit who relishes its connection with you, who is the infinite and significant element of infinity. Within this it, you continue your growth without blame or judgment by encompassing a myriad of experiences that delve into themselves to exist, while each of its moments becomes absorbed into infinity, into the oneness as you.
Thank you all. Those were 2 music videos by Dr. Gretta Chamberlain featuring Danielle Heise and the Realm of Beings. Don't forget there's still snacks to your left, snacks to your right. You have about 10 minutes, and then we will gently and strongly ask you to make a 9 p.m. exit your reality. Thank you so much for attending in silence the celebration. Thank you. Don't forget to download the album in silence and pass it on to as many people as you can. Talk about it on your social media. Make sure you play it in the morning. Meditate to it. Thank you. Good evening again, family. It is 9 p.m. Do you know where your children are? It is time for us to do a luxurious exit from the building. We thank you for your meditative participation and your kind and beautiful joy that you brought into this room. You don't have to go home, but thank you so much. It is 9 p.m. Thank you for your participation right now. See you all next time.